I'm
Is he?
just trying to remember if Baller's in the collection or not. Just kind of wondering who is he in there? Am I allowed
Oh
to
boy.
speak now?
How could you have one without him?
There you go. There you go.
What about Blaze? Is Blaze make the cut?
So this is another maybe, right? So there's going to be some surprises on Friday, and
Ooh,
Doc and I,
maybe.
yeah, Doc and I were talking about this. We don't want to reveal all the characters just yet, but any of the ones that we've released on social media, obviously, they're in the collection. But yeah, Blaze, Baller, they would be pretty cool in the collection. I can say that. They'd look pretty cool as punks.
This week episode is brought to you by None of Secret Supply of Sauce, the best sauce known to mankind and available on shelf anywhere. Even when the freezer is full of sauce, there is still no sauce for you. You want some of Nona sauce? Too bad, only Nona decides who gets the sauce.
Are you a filmmaker looking to bring your short film vision to life? Well, here's your opportunity to win up to $10,000 in grants by submitting your pitch to First Flights, a proud Theta Film 3 partner. It works like this. Submit your pitch to First Flights and Theta's 2024 Film Fund for up to $10,000 in grants. After you submit, be sure to claim your First Flights badge. It's more than just a badge. It's your ticket to earn an extra $1,000 grant and your exclusive access to private screenings. Submit now and let your creativity take flight. Apply at first-flights.com/short-film-fund. Hello, everyone. If you got a Process NFT badge on Theta Drop from Pattern Integrity, be sure to check out the premiere episode drop-in today at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Poppin's poppin' and locking. Magnum scrutinizing. Papa Max Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 45 of the Zilly Award-winning Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, how you doing, buddy?
I was hoping you're going to do a screw-up. I like when you do the screw-up intros, but
Sorry to disappoint you.
First time go at this station. So,
Boom.
Good job. Yeah.
Unlike my bracket, but that's a different story.
Well, hey, speaking of brackets, did you see the I Think You Should Leave bracket?
I did see it, and I did look at it for a minute or so, and I don't know any of the skits.
So these beautiful bastards did a Google sheet, and they put the picture. There's so many episodes, or there's so many
Skits.
sketches, right?
Yeah.
That they have a picture, so you can it's that one, and you can go. And they had so many. They had a big playing round too. So yeah, I'd only recommend that for real. I Think You Should Leave fans to partake, like Rob Feldman and Mel. But yeah. But it's because remember when we did Pine Madness, what a pain in the ass that was, and
Oh man, yeah, I remember.
it was every matchup and the time, and it was just ugh. This they just put it. He put it on whoever, he or she or they put it on a Google sheet, and it's just it's automated. It's pretty good. So
Wow, so Google automates who moves on and like it's the time and everything like that. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Cool. So, speaking of brackets, how's your Tygon bracket doing?
I was doing good going in today. I think I stepped back a bit, but I'm still in contention. I think there's like a bunch of people tied for 4th, and then I'm tied with a bunch of other people for 13th right after that, or some nonsense. But
Okay.
I'm assuming UConn won today. I had some crazy parlay get broke when Colorado lost earlier today, so I kind of
Ooh, that was a close one too.
Yeah, I powered down everything at that point.
Well, hey, it's nice
How
to
you
see
doing?
some kind of action in the Tygons Discord here, because
There's not much going on.
no, it's been 70 days since they said there was going to be an AMA huddle.
Yeah, we definitely need an AMA. I like the K fuel we talked about is on whatever whatever delay that they said, but
439 days.
What are we doing if we got the K fuel? Like, what are we doing with it?
Right. Yeah. No, there needs to be a purpose for it, or else it's just pointless.
Or else it's just fire. It's Theta Dragon's fire.
Yeah.
Who they rubbed too.
Fire token. Yeah.
It seems like, right?
I don't know where that guy is. It's been 67 days since we haven't heard from him. But yeah, I got
in
plenty
Discord,
of fire token.
Plenty. Dude, if Fire Token goes to $1, I'm quitting my job.
Let's
Well,
go.
or I'll wait. I'll wait a few more months to retire. Then I'll say, you know what? See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, I'll sell it all first, though.
Oh yeah, you
Just
kidding
in
me?
case. Yeah.
Well, like all these Solana coins are going. These meme coins
Yeah,
are
it's a
going.
big craze these days. I'm not really in on that, but congratulations to anyone making money on there. Because I mean, for every one person making money, there's like 40 or 50 that are losing money. So not all winners over there, that's for sure.
Oh no, there can't be. And if it's a meme coin, right? It's
right. I just don't get it, dude.
Yeah.
Why? Like, why? What's the point?
Yeah, and and suck all that liquidity we need for this bull run and this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, to the nonsense, right? I mean, I just don't get it. And then, meanwhile, you got coins with actual use cases that just, ho hum, moving along slowly. But meanwhile, whatever these things are called are just blasting through the ceiling. It's like, why? Because of a cute name like Garfield coin? Like what the heck? I don't get it.
And now there's these howdy hats or some nonsense.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm not keeping up with that stuff, dude.
A lot of stuff to keep up with.
And that is not on my list.
You didn't have that on your list?
No.
No.
But so last week, right? We thought that we stopped. We thought that we were able to not get Monday'd because we got Sunday nighted right before our show
with Kyler's emergency press conference.
Correct.
Yeah.
Only to find out that while we were taping the show, we were actually in the process of getting Monday'd on Sunday night, even though we were taking a little bit of a victory lap because guess what?
Premature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kyler opened up the one and only slammer in the entire collection of the Pogger boxes on ThetaDrop.com. Can you believe that?
I can't. I mean, I can, but that's why I was like, I thought we did such a good job. That happened. I think I called the episode Monday'd again.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
We thought we had it this time and it went. And then I sent did you watch the Simpsons clip I sent you in that group with the pretzels?
Oh, yes.
So recap in Camp Theta, Camp Kyle, he probably knows.
Yeah.
But basically, so like Marge was putting everything into this pretzel business, and then they were giving out free pretzels at the Springfield Isotopes minor league baseball game. And right before people were about to take a bite into the pretzel that was probably made with love, they announced the winner of like this Dodge Astro van to the person in seat 0001, C. Montgomery Burns. And then it was Mr. Burns in a private box, and then he walked down and got in the car, and then they just threw all the pretzels all over the field, and Whitey Ford came out and he tried to get the tensions down, and then they knocked him out with the pretzels too. So kind of had those vibes.
Yeah. No, you like to Simpsons really resonates with a lot of the stories that we have here.
Why wouldn't
it? For sure. But hey, dude, that is a cool looking slammer. And
I didn't see it.
No? We posted a picture of it. It's really cool looking.
I was so upset about getting Monday'd that I just kind of like kicked a rock or something. I don't know. I was deflated.
Okay. Well, listen, don't be too upset because allegedly a holder of some of these golden tickets, somebody's probably going to be winning this thing at some point. So is
that someone who's already opened one or someone who hasn't opened one?
I believe that you would have to have a golden ticket. And now listen, like this isn't 100%, but it was one of the things that was mentioned. I believe it is going to be part of a giveaway at some point that he's not going to keep it. So yeah, but speaking of Pogs, I got an email, or I didn't actually get it. One of the interns got an email, and they reminded us that there was something. We had Kyler on a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, and during that interview, we brought up the WWZ, and he was like, "Yes, let's get it done." Right. I was put on notice that, where's the count up on this? Because now it's been 21 days since we were told that there was going to be WWZ in Pogland, and it's not there yet. And, there is quite an army of WWZ players these days. And I'm sure that, they'd fit right in playing some WWZ on Pogman. And I think that would be a really great fit for it too. That's a pretty active Discord over there, and it would be a nice little mix in, I think. So it'd be nice to see that happen.
For sure. Yeah. So what's the count up on that, Popper?
We'll call it 21 days, as that was 3 weeks ago in the episode. We did interview him a few days before that, but we'll call it as of the date of publication.
Okay. So when people hear this Tuesday, it will be 3 weeks.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. I think that, Kyler's like, just pile up the count ups and
yeah.
He'll get to him.
I think he wants to set a record for like being on the count ups the most, but then also like getting off the count up. Any publicity is good publicity, they say.
I'll go with that. I was just thinking some of the other people we count up. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Well,
because replays and replay. Yeah, I think they're just an AI company now, right? So I don't even think they stream it anymore.
They made the changeover to AI. Yeah.
Do you know we got an email also? We received an email from since we're talking about this, even though I brought replay up. Replay Whale emailed the Papa Mags email, papamags@gmail.com. Really? Yep. He says, "You guys are scammers. I hate you. Our Play is the best, and you need to stop saying bad things about Our Play. They are the best, so please shut up. You are scamming us. Velociraptor is the greatest movie of all time, and there is nowhere else I can watch it. Please stop." So I can't confirm. I didn't see Velociraptor. But apparently, if you want to see it, replay plug, not a proud sponsor, go check it out, I guess.
That's funny. Wow. Sorry we're scamming you guys. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So how about some actual news here, dude?
We got
Theta. Yeah, well, it's not my news, but there was a Medium article again this week. It seems like there's been a lot of Theta Medium articles lately. I'm curious, like, do you think they're like timing this as things are getting better? They're just like purposefully releasing things, or is this actually like all of this stuff is just like bang, bang, bang happening so fast?
I think the former. I'm guessing. I mean,
you think they're being smart about it and just like releasing it? Yeah, it does seem like that, because this is a lot of stuff. And now, listen, neither of us are like the technical guys here, but I can read, right? So I'm not sure about you. But there was like, I don't know how to say it. I can read it, but I don't know how to say it. CUDA, CUDA. I don't know if there's a, special way to say that, but there was an update, right, about the edge nodes. And one of the things that I thought was pretty neat that they said is that these updates is an important step towards establishing Theta Edge Cloud as the leading hybrid cloud distributed AI computing platform. Ooh, that sounds bullish.
That's a lot of buzzwords too.
That is a lot of buzzwords, 100%. But if it's actual, then
if I'm reading these buzzwords correctly, that could be large marge.
Yeah, as they say. That's right. So yeah, now in order to be a part of this, you need to be CUDA enabled, and there's you have to have certain NVIDIA graphic card or whatever. Like, there's a whole, check out the Medium article and make sure you have the update done properly. And if you do so, then you are eligible for bonus T fuel and quote unquote other TNT 20s. So not quite sure who, what, when, where, why that is. We're already earning Levita without having to turn these on. I'm hoping that doesn't mean they're going to turn them off if you don't update. So I'm curious if there's some other TNT 20s lined up that will be distributed.
You know who sounds all set up for this, ready to go? Rob Feldman. Oh. Rob Feldman has triples of the Barracuda. So.
All right. So how about
pattern integrity?
Well, I mean, I know we had a nice little chat with him on Thursday. That was fun.
That was fun. And I showed up for some of it.
That was, dude, I was feeling bad. Like, it's like this whole thing's going down, like, and your computer's just being like, nah, not right now.
No,
Unbelievable.
but no, that was a fun time.
It was fun to be on the other side of it, kind of, right? And just like be able to relax and not have to think too
not stressed
hard.
about my ex-wife, and
Oh, wow.
it was a relief. It was a relief, honestly.
I was
It
wondering
was
if she was going to ask about Arby's.
Oh, Arby's. I'm sure she's gonna ask now if she listens.
Yeah, no, that's the funny part. Like, we hit an inside joke, and then she's like, "Oh, I want to know about it."
There's a lot. We do
There
have a lot of
is,
inside
there is.
jokes, and that's
Yeah.
why we have tens and tens.
And you have even more than I do, because most of yours I don't even catch.
Right.
Like the triple barracuda. Totally don't understand what that
Triples of the Barracuda, but yeah. I mean, Rob will tell you about that. Sure.
is. That I think you should leave?
I don't know I just want to do the show. You think you're done with me now?
No. So did you have any other film 3 notes before we move on here?
That was good. Jordan's I was gonna say Jordan's Pinecast. Jordan's podcast.
Ooh.
Uh
We'd have competition if that was the case. Let's leave that as a podcast.
We wouldn't have competition. Well, let's put it this way: she wouldn't have competition.
Right? Yeah. No, we would. She would. Agree.
Right. It was so fun. It was, I could listen. I've told you this before. Like, I could listen to Rob talk about fucking anything, and so it was just super entertaining. They got it. Those guys should have a show and put us out of business. But like, they could just talk about like fun stuff, not like scams and.
leave the dirty work for us.
But that was a good. You should check it out. We got a little play in the early part. I thought you would have heard that, but maybe not. That's okay. But check out Jordan's Film 3 OG.
Nice. That's nice.
Podcast, not Pinecast. Yeah.
Very cool. So I did you see there was one day this week on Theta Drop where like basically no sales were going through?
Nope.
Yeah.
I did.
So
not.
just like the good old days, right? Like there's just like this giant hiccup and none of the transactions are going through.
A lot of red exclamation marks or what?
Well, there was some of that, but just like when you look at the marketplace, like recent sales, latest sales, just nothing. And
did that affect those Dragon Primes, or those were side deals?
It did.
Oh, that's where you're going. Okay.
Yeah. All 3 of them.
There was 3 sold?
2, 3. Yes.
Wow.
To the same person.
Wow.
K Visioneer 77. Dude, this guy came into Symbies hair on fire, like insane, like just scooping it all. And he wants more. Like he's leaving posts in the Discord looking for more.
Wow.
But this guy bought 3 Dragon Primes on the market on Theta Drop. Unreal.
Are those showing up yet? Those sales showing up?
Yes, everything has now shown up, and this guy has peeled them off of Theta Drop. I've noticed. So he came. I'm not exactly sure where he came from, but he came in hot. It's woof. Him and Jubo lately have just unbelievable. So that is fun to see. But 3 Dragon Primes, dude, unreal. And not only that, he also bought one of the Theta Guardian customs, Fuse Wars guy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude dropped some serious jingle in a 24-hour period, and he's looking to spend more. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Pretty.
So I need to give an update because I know we talked about this last week. The Theta Pug version 2s are out with these potions that you need in order to upgrade them.
Mm-hmm.
And you were asking if I was going to do one, this and that. And I'm staking my pugs, obviously, and I had enough to buy a potion. And there was the Theta Pug was available to upgrade to V2. And I was looking, I was like, man, that one looks really cool. And it's probably going to be like the Omega Pug, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not the Alpha, but
Okay. Yeah, no, I know.
like the Alpha of the Alpha. I was kind of wanting it, but I wasn't about to go out and buy a potion. And then guess what? My boy HGH does this giveaway in the Discord, and on the level that I'm at the Discord, there was 2 winners. I'm not the highest level, but I'm right below that. And me and CWB won these things. So now I had 2, and I was like, you know what? Let me get that Theta Pug V2. So I got it. Number 8, which is a very lucky number, as Fabi and Metal Cooler instructed me while we were playing poker at ThetaCon 23. So here we go. I got Theta Pug V2. Thank you, HGH. And also this week was the airdrop of the Kingpin Pug. So I was able to gather that one up too. Always nice.
Oh, pug life, serious, man.
Yeah, living the pug life. This is I think actually pug life was how I tried to lure you into Theta Drop in the first place, because I got big into pugs right away, and you were just like, nah, pugs.
Well, and I believe you like I believe you like waited, and then you sold, and you're like, look what I bought it for this, I sold it for this. Then all of a sudden it kept going up, and you're like, I should have held on to it. I think was how that went.
No,
And then
wait. That was something different. That
okay.
was frogs. That was frogs. 'Cause I
Oh,
sold,
okay.
because I had bought some frogs, and I was like, wow, I made some good money on the frogs, but I could have made great money on the frogs. I bought a couple for like $7 and sold them for like 25, 30. And I was like, this is awesome. And then next thing I know, they're selling for like 110. I was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Speaking of that, I was looking at Theta Drop, and you can see all the drops they've ever had in reverse chronological order. So if you go all the way down, you can start from chronological order and go up, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like I'm looking on here, and let's see. And you were on Theta Drop earlier than me, so it looks like WPT, WPT, WPT,
Yep.
WPT.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's a bunch of WPTs. There's the Thetazilla 10.
Yep.
There's that one. Another WPT.
Digi Dave, Theta Warrior.
Oh yeah. There's Heinz. I don't know too much about his.
Hints.
I big 57 fan.
Number 57.
Looks like more World Poker Tour. Then we get to Thetazilla Club's boy, BitBoy.
Ooh.
There was some good money spent on that, and let me see this. There was some good money spent on that, and like there was hats, right? There's the Bitmobiles.
Yep.
The meet and greet at World Headquarters. His
Yep.
World Headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia.
T-shirt.
And the only thing I'm like, that didn't happen, right? Like that meetup didn't happen.
No,
Did those
that
hats
didn't happen.
actually go out? The hats go out?
That I don't know.
So I like the point being is like Theta's going in on these influencers because like I like Coke Zero, okay. This guy fucking loves Coke, and and so let's give this scammer this, and then they had some other stuff. We got Digital Asset News. I think his name's Dan, right? I've seen him on YouTube. Crypto Wendy. Now Crypto Wendy. It looked like all hers went to some charity for looked like it was like a good cause. So any profit she received, it said. So I can't complain about that. but she does have a custom Crypto Wendy secret Theta Drop account, which I doubt she knows. If anyone wants to let Crypto Wendy know, like, hey, when are you going to open your pineapple?
Huh.
Because that's part of my discovery of the batches and these and you know what they used? They used these like the URLs that they didn't hide or hide very well, right? That's how I did all the batch research.
Yeah.
And it even says like influencer on it. So like in a lot
Oh,
we're giving away to
wow.
people, right? And who was it? Was it Digi Dave got a custom? And then he
Yep.
received another he received another generative custom, I would say. It's not a custom,
Yes.
but it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
it's got a sword, it's got really good attributes. So
Customized. Yeah.
that dude got 2, and it's just like they gave and then there was Blockchain Boy. Now I don't know if I didn't think that one was put into a can, but I saw that. But like let's say Me Mafia, I don't know anything about that. DeVirus Drop, okay.
Yeah.
Pixie Kitty Drop. Uh
These are all now you're getting into like Theta TV streamers.
I'm just going in
Yeah.
chronological order, okay?
Yeah, but that's where we're evolving into here on the
Take a
timeline.
Smoke Drop,
Yeah.
Blockchain Boy, who I just mentioned, WPT. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Sizzle Pop, the scam, popcorn himself.
Ooh.
Theta Talent Show. I don't know anything about that. The Aladdin dude. This guy got a really nice custom pineapple. I don't know what the
Yes.
hell. I don't know what the hell he's done. He's got a nice Theta logo behind him, but like I'm just, and you know, some of these people were on Theta TV. Theta TV's gone, but like, where are all these people? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I don't know
Yeah,
a lot
no, for
about this
sure.
stuff. It's
Well, you bring up a good point because it would be great to know, like just in the URL, like you said, influencer, right? So
yep,
obviously the idea was to pay basically someone to bring attention to Theta Drop, and was it did anything come of it, right? Did anybody actually come over here because of them? I mean, there's definitely, out of all of those that were mentioned, I would say Digital Dave probably inspired the most people to come over. I know that this guy was all about Theta from the get go. This wasn't like Theta pays him and then he starts posting about Theta. Like he was one of the
sure.
first guys posting about Theta.
I'd say
But
Digital Asset News too. I don't think he had it was like super big, but
yeah,
I've seen, you know, back in our earlier crypto days, I remember watching him
yep,
a bunch. So you know, he seems all right. I don't know too much about Crypto Wendy, but it was
yeah,
nice that she donated Pixie Kitty Drop. Like basically, you know,
right.
they gave all these influencers a platform on here, and so we go through. I don't know too much about Synapse. Is that how you say it, Pops?
Isn't that was like the conference or something, right? I
Collect
believe.
every Synapse character NFT card.
Yeah, I don't.
Void, Vera, Victor, whatever.
Yeah.
So then we go WPT. I don't know what this one is. Then we go Rob Feldman. Then we go
Shout out. There you
HGH.
go. Now
Okay.
we're getting good.
Now maybe they both have glasses on in their picture. They're both looking sharp.
Yeah.
I can't comment, and I will not comment on Winston Goodfellow.
Yeah.
We got Theta TV. We got Theta Frogs.
Yeah.
I don't personally like them, but I don't hate him. And you know,
Guy's active. There's a lot of
he's
challenges
active.
going on.
Oh, so many fucking challenges.
Every
but
time
like,
you look on there.
this is what I'm saying. Like, look at the people there. Just because I'm not hugely involved in that doesn't mean you all shouldn't. If you like it, then,
Right. No, if you
but
like the art, please.
I don't know about Crypto Stash. I know he was like simulcast, like he was on other platforms. In Theta TV, he always had like one person in there. I remember. So he seemed okay, but I mean, I don't know what that was at. And then we get Secret Pineapple Society drop, right?
Yeah.
More World Poker Tour. Whatever happened to World Poker Tour? They must have went under.
Yeah, no, they had that one, the last drop that they did. It was like
Yep.
massive. They had like each version had like 600 commons, and like it was just insane how many cards they were trying to sell. And they definitely like did. I don't blame World Poker Tour on this. Like, I'm sure that this had a lot to
No.
do with data drop and how they allowed this to go, but they just oversaturated the entire thing. And these things haven't had any purpose really. Like, what has been the purpose other than collecting them? And you made them so common. Even the rare ones were common, so no one wanted them.
And I did not get it. I did not get into them. I think I said on the interview we had with Kristen and Pattern Integrity that I think they brought people into Theta and Theta Drop, the World Poker Tour stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
I absolutely believe that.
Well, have you ever seen the WPT on TV?
No, I don't. You think I'm into poker?
I'm just saying, like, I've seen it, and I've not that I'm watching it all the time, but I saw it like on the channel as I'm flipping through. Go on there, and it's like, oh, brought to you by Theta Drop. Like Theta, like they're like advertising Theta.
Okay.
Theta partner.
No,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not bashing it. There was a lot of it, and then there was a
no. I didn't
Yeah.
sound like you were bashing it.
And then we got the rug Cyberpunk Kingdom AI generated.
Ooh,
That dude just wanted to do what is it? What is that platform he has now?
Midjourney.
Midjourney. I've never heard of it. He's got this Midjourney platform, and this project is dead. Now, what Theta agreements were, I don't know. But you're looking at a dead project. And then we get to the cream of the influencer crop. And I think this is my point on like why it's bad and it's just a waste of money. Katy Perry, your girl.
That's not
she's
true.
got
That's not true. I'm happily married.
she has millions of fans worldwide.
Yes, she does.
And you know what? This Katy Perry, her fans did not come to Theta Drop unless
Not
the
even
one
3 of
person
them.
bought. Not even 3 of them, unless like the one person who bought the $600,000 lion from the Roar Tour or fucking whatever, right? Who bought that?
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
think Mitch bought it and it's in his backyard. But
I would have
I ain't
to
gonna need
not
Google
disagree
Maps
with that.
on
Yeah.
to look into that. But I guess that's the point. I mean, you have Katy Perry, who's one of the biggest recording artists out there. I mean, she's not a Taylor Swift, but she's not,
Yeah.
she I mean, she's definitely more well known than Ray Donk, but yeah, she couldn't. Her people did not come over.
No, you're absolutely correct.
To give these people the attention and money for what? Like, there was a lot of hard feelings over that nostalgia store.
Yes, there was.
And then after her, Ivory, Joey, I'm not going to say the rest of him, pending legal stuff. Cosmographia, again, got another drop. Passaways,
And then another
that was a
one.
good drop. HGH again. Synapse, the Condom Girl from Fuse TV.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what, that just seemed like a fucking cash grab. I
don't think they grab much. Yeah.
Amara.
Yeah.
And then Tygon's, the Valentine's Cosmograph, and Imaginary Friends. That's like when the market just fucking said no more. We can't
Saturated.
do this. Yep. But I'm not gonna go on further on that stuff. But
no,
just
but I mean,
seems
you
like
make a good point, right? It's like you spend all this money on influencers, and do you actually know what you get from it? Right? Is there some kind of like for my company, when we spend on marketing, like the one thing that I'm always asking is like, okay, like, well, where's the returns coming from this? And if we spend $10,000 on this, how much can I expect in returns from it? So whenever you're doing marketing of any kind, like, you got to consider like, oh, if I'm going to spend 10 grand, then how much are they valuing each person, that each new account that they bring in? everything's a dollar number, right? So
Right.
for every new account created, we're going to call that $500, right? So if I'm spending 10 grand, then I got to at least bring in 20 new accounts just to break even. And I'm probably going to be wanting more like 40 or 50 at a minimum. And 500 is probably way too high, to be honest with you. It's probably closer to $100. This is all stuff that as a business you have to have your hands around, and you have to understand these numbers. And if you don't have your hands around it and you don't understand these numbers and trying to get a return on this investment, then you're basically just taking money and throwing it around almost pointlessly, So it
Yep.
does seem like that's what Theta Drop did at the beginning.
Yeah, it's not a good model. I would steer away. Don Draper would be spinning in his grave if he knew this shit was going on. Influencers. What the fuck's an influencer? He's a madman. But
I can
But
tell
yeah,
you who's
that's,
not an influencer.
who's that?
That's us.
Oh, reverse influencer.
There you go.
You know what? I don't even want that in the title. I don't even want that in the title. It's just it's such a bad look.
Yeah.
And I don't need any help looking worse. So.
Oh man. All right. Well. Oh, mutagen. We got an active challenge going on. I think there's just a few more days at this point. Friday it ends, March 29th. Key date to be seen later. But you got to collect your mutagen by March 29th, and it looks like you have until April 29th to redeem the mutagen with the
so we'll have a
pineapple.
month after it ends.
Yes. Yep.
Got it. So Swampy, if you're listening, if you can't sell the mutagen, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you redeem it by that date.
Yeah, I mean, no one told them, right? No one said anything.
I'm sorry,
It's
Frontman.
not
I said
done
Swampy.
anywhere.
I don't want to get confused.
Oh, that's the problem. That was the problem.
Theta Frontman, if you're listening, please, I beg of you.
Yeah. Redeem it by April 29th, 2024. Okay.
Yep. Oh my God.
And enjoy not being listed on the Process docuseries. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Do you have anything else over there in your extensive notes from the interns?
One thing, Clyde, shout out.
Clyde.
Our
Clyde the
intern
Glide?
Clyde.
Oh, nice.
No, he's not Clyde the Glide. So anyways, Clyde was, I was asking Clyde for my Coke Zero, and he was looking on the Twitter doing some research. I had some tasks for him, and I don't know
Twitter.
if this
He's
date's
living in the past.
Yeah, I don't know if these dates are correct, but it's what Mitch and Theta Drop and Andrea did. But it looks like on the 30th of March is Andrea's 2-year mark with Theta, which is coming up. So we won't have another show before then. And I'm sick of getting railroaded by, you know what I mean? Like, so I figured let's break the news first. That, I mean, it already might be past. I don't have her pay stubs. I don't know when she started, but when it was announced, it looked like by their X account, or previously their Twitter account, and Mitch, and looked like 30 March. So it's
that would be Saturday.
Yeah. So, and we wouldn't get it out. So I'd say that was a very good couple years, right?
I would say so. 2 years. Where's the mass adoption? It's been 2 years. Come on.
What does she even do?
She's awful busy saying TGIF on Fridays. I don't know if there's time for that. Listen, not everybody celebrates. I don't know.
Jordan Bain, friend of the Pinecast, does not celebrate TGIF.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That came out on the episode that you should check out.
That came up on Twitter too, I saw. And
because
X.
I was listening.
My apologies.
X. Okay.
Okay, so that's from there. All right. Yeah,
right.
Listen.
Spoiler.
Not everybody loves what they do. Because guess what? honestly, Mags, if this is what we did every day, then hey, TGIF, right? Hey, every day is TGIF. But
Right.
we live in the real world where Monday through Friday aren't as fun as Saturday, Sunday.
Well, I mean, that's her opinion, and that's how she feels. She's a creative. We're not. So
Right, but we are also, this comes back
like
to like,
no, this comes back to like The Hangover, and remember Bradley Cooper's character when they picked him up, and he's like, "I
I
hate
don't
my
know
life.
you.
I may never go."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the weekend, Budnick. I don't know you, but also I hate my life. I may never come back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wasn't going that far, and that's not even the same direction. But what I was gonna say, dude, is like think about every single person that we know in this space, right? And now, if they're only in this, like, how many of them that are putting stuff out there like we are? Not that we're anything special, because I'm not trying to say that, but how many others have gotten paid for this from the community and only really do this kind of stuff, right? And think about it throughout all of crypto, like these influencers that are out there. You think they actually have a job that they're doing? No, their job is taking your money, right?
Yeah.
So now here we are. We actually work Monday through Friday, have a full-time job. And then
Sometimes weekend.
afterwards, you, not me.
Me, not you.
Exactly. Not anymore. I'm over that. But, well, I guess every once in a while, but that's neither here nor there.
Ill regards.
Ill regards. But so now we are working full time, and then we come and we do this, and we spend money to do this and put this out there, and we're the ones that are out there buying the NFTs and stuff like that. It's like, come on, like, it hits a little bit different when you think about that, because we're not taking anybody's money. We haven't.
No, even though we got that email calling us shills. Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah.
If anyone's a schmuck, it's me and you. I'd say. But we're in good. But we're in good company, though. Like.
Are we?
Well, I mean, like, frontman. Like the
Yeah.
Char. Like.
No, for sure.
Theta's like everyone. Like everyone's in the. Theta's a small group, or at least this NFT space we're in. It's like a small group, and really passionate. We just don't like to get scammed and bamboozled, I guess. So I think a lot of us do take it seriously.
Yeah, for sure. It would just be a lot easier. It'd be a lot easier for me, Mags, if somebody else would do this and I got to listen to them do what we're doing. That would make my life a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately. All right. So we're done bitching for the night, I think, right?
At least for this part of the recording, yeah. And then maybe who knows what happens when I turn this off. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of these games go tonight. My bracket is on the fritz already, so we'll see. We got an email. One of our interns alerted us to it, and our boy Doc Theta was like, "Listen, you guys, I got this prime interview set up for you. I need you to get this guy on. He's a Visioneer. This guy's got some great vision, done great artwork, and he's part of a new drop coming out this week, and we'll talk about that."
He's a vision, like, just
He's
leave the puns to me after these messages.
This week's episode is brought to you by WWZ Game, the only project out there capable of putting a reverse countdown on Papa Mags because we can't keep up with the progress. Did we say interoperability with ETH? My bad. We meant interoperability with ETH and Solana and Polygon. Some projects talk about it, other projects be about it. Follow along on X at WWZ Game and join the Discord for all the updates.
All right, and we're back with our man Visioneer, the creator of the Thetapunks Unchained, as well as what's the new one called?
Thetapunks Metachained.
Metachained. All right, Visioneer, thank you for joining us. How you doing today?
Yeah, doing really great, guys. Thanks for having me. And just to the audience listening, it's great to be here. And thanks for tuning in. This is awesome.
All right. So, can you take us before we get into what's coming? Can you take us a little bit through your original, the Thetapunks Unchained? I know there were quite a few people in there that were given some credit, and I was curious, like, were these? How long was this in the process? Because you had a couple of them in there, BitBoy specifically, that um, was kind of already gone at the time. Was this just to for us to remember the Bitman himself?
Yeah, so just taking it back to it was 2021 when we first started this, and then it was obviously ThetaCon was in 2022. So Doc and I got together at the beginning of 2022, and that's when this whole thing started. And the idea was to basically capture the spirit of the Theta community, personalities, projects, etc. And so we had this list of characters that we wanted to incorporate into this punk collection. So you mentioned BitBoy. There's a whole bunch of characters, and it was 2,500 total in terms of the NFTs. But with the characters, we just wanted to basically capture all of the people, or sorry, not all of the people, but as many as we could, and put that out. And so at the time, it was about focusing on what projects were on Theta, right? And so looking back, yeah, you can see that a lot has changed over the last couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. Even that the one that goes down in history for me is that big one that you put together with everyone heading down to ThetaCon 22. And that's such a cool piece of art. And now looking back on it, it's like, oh, that one's not here anymore. That one's not here anymore. It's kind of, at this point, it's kind of funny. But I do like that van heading down to Florida.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. That was so much fun to create. And again, right? Like it was all about looking at Theta Drop, looking at the community, trying to figure out like who we're going to put where in the scene. And yeah, like you said, things have changed, and Theta just keeps right on trucking. So it's a really exciting space.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you mentioned it was 2,500, right, for the first drop, but did all 2,500 drop?
Yeah, so the project sold out. All 2,500 dropped,
Okay.
and yeah, it was a huge success.
And now each and every one of those was handcrafted, right?
So yeah, that's a big thing. Thanks for asking that. So basically, like with this project, or both of these projects, it's not a generative NFT project. They're hand drawn or hand crafted, we could say. And so every single one, I've got to make sure that the hats, the cigarette, all the different attributes fit just right. And then of course the characters themselves are based on the actual NFT or the actual picture of that person, that company, etc. And so it's just a matter of like going over and over with all the different iterations until we get something that works. And Doc and I will go back and forth looking at the designs, and then finally we'll get something that's just close enough or pretty much bang on, and then that's it. We go forward. But yeah, every single one is handcrafted, which is why it takes so long.
Do you remember off the top of your head how many different characters were in that first one?
First one we had, let me just see here. There was 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 50, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 50 total.
Wow. Wow. And then a bunch of different iterations, obviously, of those 50.
That's right. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, remind me, what part did you have to play with the actual Theta Punks as well? You were part of a group that helped to try to revive that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So I've been in Theta since early 2018, when the project first launched. It was just something I thought was really cool, and really got into it. But along the way, right, when Theta Drop came about and they had some of the original drops, I was involved in that. And then I can't remember where I heard about it, but Theta Punks just kind of came up. It was a big thing at the time. Different projects had sort of their version of the punks. And so I thought it would be cool to take part in that for no other reason than it was just part of the sort of the history or the growth of the NFT space at the
Yeah.
time. So it was kind of cool, right? It wasn't something where I thought anything of it other than just being a part of it. And yeah, we got we got rugged pretty hard there. as I'm sure everyone knows. And so what happened is we decided to figure out a way that we could turn it around. And so we did just that. And so the idea that I had when I was talking with Doc in early, was end of 2021, is to, instead of have it as is, which is basically a copy of the CryptoPunks, which is what was happening, we wanted to make it unique and original. So just started designing all these different characters. I think the first one I did was the Katy Perry with the mushroom hat. I think that was one of them. And it just kind of stemmed from there, right? It was like, oh, that looks actually like her, so let's try another one. And then after about 10 or 12, we're like, let's just go for it. So we made the whole collection, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Visioneer, what is your background, and where did you come up with the name? Where did the name Visioneer come from?
That's a good question. So Visioneer is basically a combination of the two words, so visionary and then pioneer. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's basically this whole idea that I think a lot of people in the crypto space, we kind of feel like we're first in a way, and I don't know, I just feel in a very big way part of Theta because of all the projects I've been involved with. This is definitely my favorite, and I believe the most in it. And so that's sort of where the name comes from. It's stuck. You come up with a username, you throw it out there, and then it just sticks over time. So just went with it.
I thought it had to do with like optometry, like slang for nearsighted or something, but that makes more sense.
Got it. It's funny.
But
So
and then
yeah, go.
yeah, oh, the first part of that of the two-parter was what's your background?
Background is I did science first, so I've got a degree in science, and then after that, I went into to study art, animation, etc. So I'm a teacher. I teach art. I've got a background in animation, and I, just really enjoy being part of the crypto space on the side.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Popper, we have a good selection of Canadians on this show. I'd say like overrepresented, I would say.
Oh yeah,
Oh wait, Visioneer, you're Canadian as well?
I am.
I'm not sure I knew that. Props, Max.
Yeah.
Well, he did say sorry, but he also I talked to him at ThetaCon. I did talk to him at ThetaCon 22, and I think I picked that up from him. So
It's hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah, we do. Feels like a lot of our guests are Canadian. That's pretty cool. So was the art for like the what do you have, like the West Zombie and the Alien, like those, was that all you too for the Theta Punks?
No, those were so those pieces of artwork, that was in the original Theta Punks, which was basically just, the crypto punks on the Theta blockchain.
Right.
But those art pieces, so there was the original, the person who started the project, his handle is Semtex, and we don't know what happened to him. We know that he started it up, and then part of what he did was hire an artist to create those pieces as drops for people that held a zombie, or I think it was a zombie, an ape, etc. So if you held a zombie or an ape or an alien, you would get that specific NFT, if I remember correctly. So I didn't do those, but I did do other drops. So I did the dragon, Thagon, and a few others.
Okay, I knew that you did the Thagon, and I haven't been able to get my hands on one of those, but I wasn't sure about where the other ones came from because I kind of got into the Theta Punks after the fact, like after the rugging was known and Doc and you were trying to revive it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Popper,
right.
do you want to explain that real quick though? Those other ones, those were on Open Theta, right?
Yeah, the
Or
Theta Punks they're on Open Theta. That's the original.
they're on Open Theta, but what are you're talking about these other drops? You're
Oh,
talking
well,
about
those were airdrops that were given. It's part of the Theta Punk collection. So it wasn't a sale, but yeah, it was like you said, if you were holding certain things, you got these airdrops, and one was like, was it Human Kyle and Zombie Wes, and
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
And then there was the samurai, who was Semtex, and then there was the ape. It was GE Ape,
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Only
So
because I've seen them, Popper, and I didn't know
yeah.
where they came from. So
Oh yeah, yeah. They were
not
part of
everyone's
the
like you
drops.
two. Like right, you like he's an OG. I didn't know that Theta OG, and you're a more G than me. So I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now let's hop into the exciting news that's coming up because I hear you got something new cooking coming soon too.
Absolutely. So this Friday, Thetapunks Metachained drops on Theta Drop. So that's the 29th. And it is a new collection. It's new characters. Unlike the first drop, which was 2,500, this is a quarter of that. So it's 625. And the reason being, like, I just got to say, like, it is so much work to do 2,500 of these NFTs by hand. Like, it just takes hours and hours and hours. So I was able to do a lot of this, just over the past year when I had time. Whereas when we did the first drop, I had a whole summer and I just kind of went at it. So, but yeah, we're pretty excited. So brand new characters. I guess I could talk about a few of them here. So one of I don't know if you've seen our Twitter posts, you can see some of the social media examples we put out there. So there's one that has Ivory Jones as the Terminator. I don't know if you saw that. We've got another one that dropped recently, which is Genion, and we kind of put him in the Ready Player One backdrop there. And there's a few others. I mean, I could talk to some more of them, but yeah, we're pretty pumped about it. And much the same as the first drop, owning one of these NFTs will give you access to a live stream of ThetaCon 2024, which, of course, as we all know, is in Las Vegas, which is absolutely amazing. So pumped for that. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I did not see either of those ones that you're talking about, but I did see some other ones. Maybe a popper one and also a magnum one. I saw a little
Of
hint
course.
of,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
awesome. I also saw a sushi cat, a shout out as one. And I can't remember who was she sharing that tweet with, Mags?
The space junk character.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was like a Tron thing type thing. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So with the sushi cat character, so this is something I do want to mention. I think it's important to know that when we finished the first drop, right? There was a list of characters that we wanted to include but couldn't. And so over the last couple of years, new projects have come on the scene. And so because we worked with, 625 characters, which I believe is, let me just see here, 25 base characters this time, right? So 25 base characters. It meant that we couldn't include everyone, right? And so I think with Sushi Cat, what happened was originally I had tried the character, didn't work, tried it again, didn't work. And then by closer to the end of the project where we had most of the characters figured out, I finally came up with a design that worked, right? So this is what would happen sometimes. But I do want to say this because I know there's a couple projects for sure, whereby we would have liked to include certain people, right? Like just trying to think, like Theta Girl would be one of them that isn't in the collection. She's not in the collection, but we definitely want to include her for a future drop. And so I think it's important to mention that because this is the thing, right? It's not like they're generative NFTs where I could just hit a button and bam, we've got a new character. I really did spend a lot of time trying to get them just right. And so to go back and introduce a new character after the fact, be a lot of work. Jordan Bain's another one. We wanted to include her, but it's just a matter of, okay, we'll do it in the next one.
I think
so.
I think Sushi's cat was perfect.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't resist that.
It was low hanging fruit. What can I say?
Yeah.
Because I said purr.
There it is. How do you guys like your designs of the Pop and Mags punks?
I love it. It's
Awesome.
I can't wait to try to get one. So
Yeah. I can't wait till URP gets one and holds it ransom on us.
Oh no.
No, it's all good. I think it's cool, man. I appreciate just the nod of us being kind of included in this. I think it's neat, and I think people understand. 25 is not that many, and Theta Girl is certainly new on the scene, and there's a lot of people that are deserving, and it's tough to get them all in there for sure. We understand that. I tried naming names the other day, and it's like,
Oh god.
as soon as I stop, I'm like, I got 10 more that I should have, and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I didn't say URP and the twins and all that. So
Absolutely. I appreciate that. And just want to say, like, you guys do so much for the community. And so I, just want to stop here for a second and say how grateful we are to have you guys, and keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome.
Oh well, thanks for that. It's great to be had. And, we do enjoy it and the community on a daily basis.
100%.
yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
And we will be right back.
This week's episode is brought to you by Dr. Theta's Community Guardian Node. Theta's premier community guardian node where you can stake your Theta if you don't run your own guardian node. Best of all, 100% uptime so you do not miss any rewards, and 0 fees so you earn 100% of your T-Fuel. Trusted by Theta Labs, you can easily stake directly within your wallet. Simply go to the staking tab, choose Delegated Guardian Node, and find Dr. Theta's Guardian Node. Quick, simple, reliable, and best of all, safe, as the coins never leave your wallet. Stake with the Doc today. This week's episode is brought to you by GuardiansOfTheta.com, offering 0% one-click Theta Guardian staking with random monthly token giveaways. Guardians also airdropped everyone staking with him an NFT that you're able to stake and earn T-Vibe. 100% uptime, 0 fees, random giveaways, what's not to love? Stop paying 4% and come join the fam with Guardians of Theta.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
So are you going to be in Vegas for ThetaCon this year?
I will be there 100%. You guys?
Yeah, right, Popper? We're gonna be there.
At least one of us will be there, I'm sure. We'll see.
We'll see.
More,
Someone from there will be Papa Mag's representation.
yeah, I'll send an intern if anything.
Right on.
Vegas is obviously not a family destination spot, so we'll have to we'll see what the Popper household has to say over here.
I saw something about Resorts World being very family friendly.
There you go.
I post, and Twitter doesn't lie.
Was that Baller's post?
I don't know. Maybe I don't
It's
know
all
all
good.
his posts.
Yeah, he spent some time on Twitter, that's for sure.
Did you say baller?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Is he?
just trying to remember if Baller's in the collection or not. Just kind of wondering here. Is he in there? Am I allowed
Oh
to
boy.
speak?
How could you have one without him?
There you go. There you go.
What about Blaze? Is Blaze make the cut?
So this is another maybe, right? So there's going to be some surprises on Friday, and Doc
Ooh,
and I,
maybe.
yeah, Doc and I were talking about this. We don't want to reveal all the characters just yet, but any of the ones that we've released on social media, obviously, they're in the collection. But yeah, Blaze, Baller, they would be pretty cool in the collection. I can say that. They'd look pretty cool as punks.
Okay, so we know Pop Mags, we know Space Junk, Sushi Cat, and now we
Sushi.
know
Yeah.
Jenny on and
Chief.
Ivory.
We
Oh,
saw
Chief.
Yeah.
Dole. We saw Dole's looked really cool.
All right, so we're on
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. VMux is in there. Trader Punks is in there. These are ones that have been released.
Yeah.
Brian Macer, Convention Punk, Joe's V, Duck Punk, Ecosystem Punk, Camp Theta.
Okay, so we got more than half basically. So there's still maybe 10 that we don't know, hidden behind the curtain.
One punk I do want to say, like, so with Genian, it's Genian, right? We pronounce it Genian, pretty sure.
I believe so. When you don't know, you just kind of say it and own it, and then people believe you.
There you go.
It's like potato.
Something like that.
Exactly.
They're spelled the same.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's okay to say, like, we made Genian the alien of this collection. So there's just one alien, and it's Genian, and I think we think it's well deserved. He's a massive force in the community for so long, and yeah, it did turn out really, really well. So happy to mention that.
What's his official title there? Community liaison? Is that accurate, Max?
I don't know. I don't know everyone's job titles.
Oh man. So all right. So Friday, March 29th, I'm assuming 1:00 in the afternoon, 4:00, like old days. I'm not sure.
It's probably going to be 4:00. I don't have that confirmed yet, but likely it'll be 4. If it changes, I'm sure you'll see on the site.
And do you guys have something similar planned like last year where some of these other projects that had representation are looking to do something as well? Or is that to be determined?
I would say to be determined at this point. Yeah.
Maybe if you own the Space Junk Metachained, you'll actually get episode 3.
It's a possibility.
I think the space junk one should have been like a loose leaf piece of paper with 5 things written on it. That's what they should have done with that one. Visioneer, did you by chance happen to hear Doc Theta's episode when he was on the Papa Mags podcast?
I didn't get a chance to tune into that. It was, I think it was a grading period. I mentioned I'm a teacher, and we were completely swamped during that week. But yeah, I heard it went pretty well.
It did. He tried to suss me out a bit though, right, Popper?
Oh,
Remind me.
Well, so he was. So this is 2023. He was hitting at another like punk drop, and was like,
Yes.
wouldn't it be cool if there was a Sheriff Popper style punk? And he intentionally left my name out. Do you recall that, Popper?
No, I do. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, there is no pop without Mags, right? We all know that.
Yeah, that's true.
well, you're in the collection now, so it's awesome. Hey, while we're on the subject, I want to talk to that for a little bit. Just so you guys know, like Doc and I, like it's true. I came up with the MetaChain and Unchained names, the characters, the names of the characters, all this design work, etc. But we've been a team since the beginning, and I just want to say a few things about Doc and everything he's done with the community and with Thetapunks. Does a ton of work behind the scenes, and I'm sure you guys know this. I don't know if people know this, but like he's so passionate about the community, and everything I've seen from him, I would say that a big reason we're even able to do this is because we have such a shared vision, and he's just such a cool dude to work with. Great friend, and you guys know he runs drtheta.io. He's been running that for some time. And yeah, I just think, I don't know, it's important to mention that he's just grinding it like there's no tomorrow. And I just really appreciate all the work he's done. Just want to make sure I give him a shout out. Thanks, Doc.
That's from both of us.
All
Popper.
3 of us.
Yeah,
Sweep it.
absolutely.
Yeah, Doc is he's a great guy, and I know he catches some heat for stuff that he really shouldn't be catching heat. I think we kind of catch heat for similar reasons, right? It's just he put himself out there, and when you put yourself out there, you almost just unintentionally make yourself a target, no matter what you're doing, right? Your intentions can be the best in the world, and one person thinks you're doing something wrong, or you didn't ask the right question in an interview, and all of a sudden, they try to get the world after you. So we're big fans of Doc for sure, and we appreciate what you guys are doing. Like everyone involved with ThetaCon, we're high on. Like we appreciate the work that's going in behind the scenes, and we try to make sure that we let the others that are being loud know that we appreciate what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I just haven't worked with him for the past couple of years. Like he's a father, doctor, husband. He's got all this stuff going on in his life, and he still has time for Theta, and he still has time for the Thetapunks project as well. So I just it kind of blows my mind, but yeah, it's awesome.
And two, I heard he's in a fantasy baseball league. I don't know where he gets time to do everything, all that stuff. That's insane.
It's wild.
But
way
it's
too
great. Much work.
It's great though. It's working with someone like that. It's awesome. It makes it so much fun. So it's good.
So do you have a favorite in this collection that's coming out?
I do. Let me just scan.
Present company included.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Of the ones that have been revealed, I would say, damn, that's hard. Probably General Dole.
That's a pretty good one.
Shout out.
Yeah. Just like the design is pretty phenomenal. But well, as in it matches his character
No.
pretty well by Rare Robot. And shout out to Rare Robot. I mean, a few of these punks here are based on his designs, right? And so it's again drawing from other NFT projects or the photo, etc. And so, yeah, it's awesome.
That's kind of cool, right? So it's like first drop you did, it was, or the Theta, the punks on Theta, right? It was like people in Theta. It was projects, but this is like, seems like a lot more community people, and I guess that's kind of funny that you have like people like me, Popper, and Dole. Actually, let me say that Dole, Popper, and me. I don't know which is. I think that one's more humble, the way to say it, right, Popper? But like, it's like you said, it's someone else's project, but we kind of uh, embodied it, and and that's what sticks, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that was obvious, but I think it needed to be said because I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, we got the FT community. You got a bunch of characters just running around as pineapples, right? So, certainly, and honestly, like General Dole, like he gave his pineapple attitude, right, and meaning behind it. So it's kind of cool. Like now, it's I remember before the first ThetaCon, it was so cool to me to be like, oh, I know all these people, most of them buy their pineapple, right? And it's like now I get to put an actual face behind the pineapple, but that the majority of them still have that certain pineapple that it's like, oh, that's Dole. That's pretty cool. Baller,
Yeah,
of course, being one of them
absolutely.
too.
Yeah, same with Baller. Yeah, absolutely. Charizard as well.
Yeah, Char, he's got a bunch of different pines. I don't he but definitely a pineapple guy, but he's little like Dole. It's like that one is like that's Dole. Like and Baller has kept his crown one.
Well, because he would have to notify you if he changed it, right, Popper?
Well, no, we need to notify him if we change.
Oh, right, because you used to
As
be
you were.
Sheriff Popper, now you're Syndicate Sheriff or something. Is that right?
Something like that, right? Syndex Sheriff, but who's keeping track?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I changed my PFP, and it was like a big huge deal. I forgot to ask Daddy Baller.
And he changed his to a doodle, right?
Yeah,
T.
and I didn't get asked. Did you?
I did not. I did not. Doodles were a thing back then. I don't know if they are now, but yeah. So he changed that, and he quickly changed it back, I guess. So
Nice.
So Visioneer, do you can we drop how much the price is going to be for these? Do you know?
I do know. I think I'm gonna wait till Tuesday to confirm because we're just going over
Okay.
a couple things, but yeah, it should be comparable to the first drop. But before I announce it, I just want to make sure. But yeah,
No pressure. No pressure. Had to try. It's
yeah.
all good.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, was there anything else that you wanted to hit on? I don't know if we missed a swing here.
I think a huge thing to mention is that, like this whole project is about celebrating the community, right? And the history of Theta Network, right? So you mentioned how this new project is maybe more focused on the community, but really, I think it's fair to say that in a big way, a project is as strong as its community. Maybe that's not entirely true. I mean, there's the tech and there's everything else that's going on, of course, obviously, but the community behind and within Theta is freaking amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and so that's what we want to do. We want to capture the spirit of the community and want to have like a historical record through this collection, this drop over time of all the different things that go on, and so that's a huge part of this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's, like I said, looking back, even looking back and seeing some of the guys that are no longer around, it is just kind of like a snapshot in history of that time of what was going on, and it helps you not to forget too, right? When you see them all on that in the van, it helps you appreciate more those ones that are still around and are still working, and you see the percentages of how many of them, like, oh, like nothing ever came of this, nothing ever came of that, but um,
Yeah,
helps you to,
absolutely.
yeah.
Like two people that come to mind, and by the way, this is going way back to the beginning, but like it was Everything Theta and Digital Dave, who, like way back, and I think it was like 2018. I remember both those guys were putting videos out, and when you would type Theta, into YouTube, that's who you were basically seeing. There are a few others, and I'm probably missing a few, but those are the two guys that I would watch quite a bit in the beginning. And so I don't know. Just because we're talking about it, right? There is an Everything Theta character, and I don't think he goes by that name anymore. But and there's also a Digital Dave character in that first collection. So yeah, it's cool to be able to look back and make that connection.
Sweet. And these are all pixel art too, right?
Yeah, it's pixel art. It's not necessarily my first um, you know, approach of choice in the arts. Something I had to learn. It seems easy. Like if you were to look at these characters, given that it is just a bunch of squares, right? You'd think it's easy, but it actually takes a lot of work to get it to look like the actual character. Trying to think of an example. If we take, I don't know, if we take, let me just see here. I don't want to give one away, right? So, man. Well, if we take your character, right? Like, well, either Mags or Popper, like the hair, for example, like just the hair alone on Magnum, for example, like that took so long because every single placement of a pixel, if it's off, it throws the whole character off. Even the glasses on both your characters, I had to go through multiple different colors to get it to read right. And even though I think it's in Poppers, the glasses are a different color, but in the NFT here, you can see they're gray. It's pretty much the only color that worked. Like, you just go through all sorts of different iterations until you get the one that works. Whereas if you look at the trying to like the Thagon dragon, right? That's more the style that I like to draw, and that is more based on like this is the idea, and I'm just going to draw it as is and stylize it. Whereas with pixels, you've got to keep moving things around until it looks just right. So it's quite the process.
I can certainly appreciate that more after watching plenty of TZC on streams playing with his pixel art. And it's just like, you give him an idea of how to do something. It's like, I have no idea how you're going to do this. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, wow, that actually
Yep.
looks really cool.
Yes, there was a Megatron one. I think I saw it.
That's Poppers.
Okay. That was
Yeah.
great. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
told him, I was like, oh yeah, I want Megatron, and then I want him to transform into a jet. And he did it.
That was so cool. Yeah, I really like that. That's awesome. So cool.
Yeah, I had the Twilight Zone one done before that, and Popper's like, "That's really good, but mine's got to be better." Right, Popper? Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, yeah, that would yours was the best introductory one. Like the actual Zilla is cool, but only because everything else about it was amazing, right?
Right, right.
But yeah, you
But
made
if
you
he,
made me
but
step my game up a little bit.
sorry about that. Well, I should be apologizing to Theta Zilla Club.
Yes, you should.
Awesome. Couple more things, guys. So just so you
Sure.
know, we have a new challenge coming out. And so basically you have like the characters as they are, right? There's 625 NFTs, but we are going to do sort of like a unique drop with some, I don't know how to describe this, but like really small collection of characters on a specific theme. We'll leave it at that. And so that'll be dropping, I would say in the near future as well after this upcoming drop. So something else to look forward to there.
Sweet.
Yeah. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, so before we wrap up, you guys, I just wanted to, again, we want to express our appreciation for both you guys for having us, for having me on. This is awesome. And just again, thanks for everything you do, all your contributions to the Theta community. And, just want to remind everyone that the drop takes place this Friday on Theta Drop on the 29th. And I guess the other thing I have to mention again is I'm just so pumped for ThetaCon in Vegas. I can't believe that news. It's so freaking awesome. So thanks again for having me, you guys. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. And Visioneer, thank you for all that you've done behind the scenes and all the work that you put in on this. And I'm sure you're probably ready to take a little bit of a break from making handcrafted NFTs here.
I would like to think so, but there's always something going on, right? So I'm already thinking about something else to put together. So, it's fun working on these projects off to the side. So it's good stuff.
All right, great. All right, guys. So this Friday, March 29th, probably 4 p.m., probably about the same as last time. And we'll see you there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care.
Take care, Visioneer.
All right.
See you in
Thanks.
Vegas.
Yes. See you in Vegas.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter @JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Pam's Day Spa.